Oh, yo, what's happening, people? It's your boy Griggs, and welcome back to Griggs Talks, where we talk all things sports. Welcome back to another chance for catch up. Obviously, haven't been here the last couple of days, working all that kind of stuff, and we've had a preseason game since the last time I was here. We played Arsenal on Saturday night, lost 2-1, but that wasn't really the main story about Saturday night. It was obviously the injuries that happened. We'll talk about the performance. We'll talk about who we lost in the game, some takeaways, a couple of transfer news. Obviously, Mazraoui won Bissaka. Harry Maguire apparently is staying at Manchester United. Lindelof is out the door most likely. And yeah, man, we're gonna talk about that, and then maybe any upcoming games. I think we have Betis in a couple of days on Wednesday night, but I don't think a lot of main players are gonna play in that game. But it is what it is. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe as you walk in. Just leave your comments in. I'll try to answer as many as I possibly can. And yeah, you guys know the vibes, man. We're just gonna talk, go based on how the comments feel. Maybe talk about other clubs because certain clubs lost 4-1 to Celtic on Saturday. So yeah, well, you guys know the vibes. Big up MUC Cooling, yes, Giggsy. Big up Mashari. How long you're out for? We don't know that yet, actually. We do not know that yet. They haven't really announced how long, but I do know it is meant to be a more serious injury than Hojlund's. Hojlund's already back in training, so if I had to estimate how long Lenny Yoro's out for, I'd probably say 1 to 2 months. Probably. Hopefully it's shorter than that. But it is what it is, man. Kobe cooking in Venice Beach by Bola has a shoot. Yeah, bro. Kobe's at Venice Beach. Safi texted me yesterday, yo, like Kobe's at Venice Beach. I'm like, you there? He's like, nah, man, that's clear for you, bro. It's clear for you. Should have been there. I'll be honest on your 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah. Like I said, 1 to 2 months is probably the injury. It sucks, but United know what they need to do now. They need to go to the market and go get a center back. Whether that's Delict, whether that's going back in for Branthwaite and paying up the money, whether that's going in for a Chalaba. I don't know what it's going to be, right? But United do need to go get a center back. And it looks like left center back might have to be abandoned for now, and we need to go get a right center back, especially now Lindelof's leaving. No. Saeed jinxed them. Saeed was in the stadium. I had no part of the jinx. I was in my crib in New York. I had no part of that. Blame Saeed. Blame Staffy. They was in LA. That's on them, man. That's on them. I am guilt-free of this shit. Make sure y'all do hit up the likes. It will be Delict and Mazraoui. It could be I think that's probably the most favorite option based on the contacts that we have with Bayern. They both share the same agent. So I think what her name is Pimienta. She was like the Raiola successor. She's in constant negotiation. So that probably will be the combo deal. And maybe it builds good relations between us and Bayern, right? Saeed Jinx. Yeah, bro. Well, Saeed Jinx, man. Saeed Jinx is a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing. Obviously, I think Saeed's heading back to England now, so obviously safe flights to Saeed and all that. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about the game. Obviously, then we'll get into the injuries and maybe what we do with that. Especially particularly Lenny Yoro, because I think the Hojlund injury is not that bad. And we have Xerxes coming in soon, so it's not really that deep. But the game, personally, I think for me, the first 20 minutes were really good by Manchester United. Obviously, we scored the first goal through Hojlund, but we'll get more into detail about that. I thought we looked good. I thought in terms of transitions, I thought we looked really good. The play was really quick. One-touch passes. On the half turn, we looked really good. The spaces were open. The high press looked good. Fullbacks were back in the press, which is obviously always good to see. In build-up, we actually had like a set pivot in build-up, so it looked good. There were options always available, not one person isolated, which obviously looked good. So from a coaching perspective, I thought it looked decent against a better opposition, Arsenal, but obviously both teams weren't at their strongest, so we can't have too many takeaways, but I thought we looked decent. And as more players come back into the team, it should theoretically look better, but it could also get worse. You never know. Obviously, it's all about combinations and having the right personnel that complement each other. But yeah, if I go from player to player, obviously I don't really care about Onana's performance at goalkeeper. He had a couple good saves, but it really wasn't anything too deep. I thought for me, Bissaka looked okay. He had one nice little cutback cross to, I think it was Mason Mount in the box. Or maybe it was Hojlund. That Hojlund kind of missed out on it. I think he got injured by it. But I thought Bissaka looked decent. I thought Lenny Yoro looked decent when he was playing. Obviously, he made that one mistake, but he recovered really well, which is obviously really good. Rather than that, he looked decent on the ball, all that kind of stuff. But the good thing about the thing with Lenny Yoro is, we'll talk more about when his injury is, that Ten Hag trusts him so much defending the wide channels that he's willing to play a higher line, which is good. And United will need that next season. And now we'll see how he adapts without Yoro. Will he keep it, or will he go back into keep it safe mode and kind of create a disjointed off the ball shape? Then you obviously had Maguire, who I thought Maguire looked a little bit sluggish in terms of when he was in 1v1 defending. Yeah, bro, he just cooked him a couple times. The way he wasn't able to keep his line for the goal wasn't the sharpest, but he looked good on the ball. Which is obviously good for Maguire. But it is obvious for me that when you look at Maguire, United do need a third center back that they can rely on after Alicia and Eleni Yoro. Because Johnny Evans looked better than Maguire for me on Saturday, in my opinion. Like, by far, he looked much better. So, yeah, we'll see about them. And we'll also, about Amas, I'll talk a little bit more about him because for me, he was one of the standouts. I thought he looked really, really good. I thought the feet were absolutely quick. Absolutely quick, man. Absolutely quick. It's just sensational on the ball. He's going to be a special player one day. In terms of on the ball and left back. Defensively, he did look a little shaky. He looked a little bit weak, a little bit out of position, but that's fine. He's 17 years old. I don't expect him to be the perfect prospect yet. He needs another year of development. So for me, Amas, the ETA is probably 12 to 16 months away. So we'll see how he does then. But for me, one to watch out on. I hope that we see him get some Carabao Cup minutes, maybe some Europa League minutes, depending on the teams that we draw. Yeah, bro. Amas in the tight spaces was incredible, bro. He was absolutely incredible. I'm excited for him. In the midfield, I want to talk about Casemiro because the fact that the guy's going to say is already pissing me off, but it is what it is. He looked okay. But Collier, I look at Toby Collier. I talked about it yesterday. I'll plug the channel later. Chef for Trends. Make sure you guys subscribe to them. I'll drop the link later. Collier, for me, reminds me of baby Declan Rice. I look at the ball carrying that he had this one little run that he made through the whole pitch. That was baby Deckers. That looked identical to Declan Rice. And they probably have the same strengths and weaknesses in terms of on the ball. They're better ball carriers than they are passers. I don't think Collier has the craziest passing range. I'm not going to lie. And the passing is a little bit sloppy. But he's got a bite to him, and defensively, he'll put in a tackle. He can cover ground really well. I think when I look at that, that reminds me of baby Deckers. And I think for me, Toby Collier is definitely one that United need to keep in the rotation. Not saying he needs to be a starter. I still want a midfielder that will start. But Europa League, Carabao Cup, I want him to be one of the first things on the team sheet. I want to see how he handles first-team football and whether he's one that we can keep in the squad or one we need to sell. Because I don't think he'll ever be a groundbreaking talent where he'll be a guaranteed starter at United. He's no Kobe Minu level. But, like JJ mentioned, Ugarte, Collier might be better than him. So why go spend 50 mil when you have a better midfielder? Why not go for a different profile to Collier, like Azubamendi, that kind of ilk, right? So I think for me, United needs to figure out what they want there. But I thought for me, Collier was really impressive. Get that one tackle on Odegaard, which is obviously one of the best players in the league. Went right in there. It looked really good. So I'm really happy for Collier. I'm happy Ten Hag is also giving him the minutes that he deserves and the opportunities that we need to see him play to see if he really warrants first in consideration come August, I think 16th we play against Fulham. So we'll see about that. But he gave Amas and Collier minutes for me, and I was really happy about that. He gave him the opportunity against first-team players. So that was really good. And it's obvious that those guys impress him in training. So that's good to see. Mason Mount, for me, was the real standout when it comes to from the United point of view. I thought for me he was absolutely excellent. That was one of his better performances while United shirt on. Obviously, it's just preseason, but the transition play, the one-touch passes, the half turn, the way he was able to drive into space, laid off, the underlap runs that he made with Amad Diallo. He's building relationships with different players across the pitch. That is absolutely good to see. I want to see, obviously, more of this. We'll see maybe against Betis or maybe against Liverpool next Saturday or this upcoming Saturday. But for me, he looked really good. I'm really happy for him. And this is the Mason Mount I want to see because I don't think Mason Mount's going to be a starter at United right now. I don't think he really fits the team. And I don't know if he fits the team long term. But there's going to be games where we need Mason Mount. I don't want Bruno Fernandes to play every single possible game. I want Bruno to get some rest. And we haven't had a capable Bruno backup in a lot of years now. Let it be Mason Mount. For me, he looked really, really good. He looked comfortable, and he looked comfortable playing the system. I think for me, that's the one credit I've always given Mason Mount. He is tactically really good. He will follow the instructions to the T, and he's really pluggable into the team. The pressing off the ball is probably one of United's better players. And on the ball, he looked really comfortable. Crashing the box, he looked really good. So I thought for me, Mason Mount looked really good. The relationship that he's building with Ahmad is really good to see. And because you never know, Bruno might not be ready for the first game of the season. Community Shield, right? Mason Mount will be ready for that. Maybe against Fulham, Bruno might not be ready. Mason Mount will be there. We need to have the backup. And for me, Mason Mount is definitely one that will have not a key role to play to the season, but he will have some sort of level of importance, and we're going to need him to be fit and able to contribute at all possible times. And if what I saw Saturday is what we're going to see for the upcoming season, it's really good. Yeah, Mount's better than Robbie. I've always thought that. So I think for me, Mason Mount definitely will have a role to see into the season, and a great preseason is a good way to go into that. But it's obvious that you can't play Mount and Bruno together. You're going to have to play them separate, unless you play Mount on the wing, which you don't need to. But Mount, 60th minute off the bench. We need off-the-ball demons. He's there. It's that kind of stuff. And long term, it might be Mason Mount fits the team better than Bruno, because I'm not going to lie. The way that we're playing the transition, the one-touch passing, quick, Bruno doesn't fit that in the 10. He can't receive the ball like Mount can back to goal. So Mount Europa, we will be there. We will be there. Mount Europa League starts. Absolutely, we will be there. I hope Ten Hag adheres to that, man. I really do. So, yeah, I thought Mount was good. And then the front three, Rashford looked sharp. Good to see Marcus Rashford look like that. He picked up on the last time we saw him in terms of Manchester City in the FA Cup final. Obviously, I know he played against Rosenborg, but he didn't play with anyone really decent that game. He looked really good with playing with Amas. Hojlund, he assisted Hojlund's goal. Well, I don't know if it counts as assist because Hojlund dribbled a lot after it, but that pass over the top was really good. Every time he sees Ben White, he sees barbecue chicken. And yeah, a direct Rashford and a confident Rashford is the best thing that can happen for United. Obviously, with Hojlund being injured now, we'll see with the Xerxes how he links up. We're all excited to see that relationship. We're expecting that relationship to really boom. But yeah, it was really good for Marcus Rashford. I like what I saw. Amad Diallo obviously wasn't the same level of performance that he had against the Rangers, but he still looked really good. Direct, went at him, popped up a couple of shots. Probably should have had a goal, but yeah, it was quiet. Obviously, with Rashford on the pitch, the ball went a little bit more to the left, but Ahmad made good use of his touches, and that's what you want from your winger, right? You want from your wingers. If the ball is dominant on the other side, when that ball comes to your side, you need to be as efficient with that little many touches you have, and that's what Ahmad did for me, and I thought he was really solid. Linked well with his center mid, linked well with his fullback, and that's what you want to see. Probably, like I said, could have left with the goal maybe. Needs to be a little bit more clinical, but we saw good, man. We saw against Arsenal, we saw the wingers getting teammates around them. Yeah, bro, absolutely. The players looked like they were playing together, and I thought for me, in terms of a coaching build-up and attack, we looked really more solid. We looked more compact. So that's good to see. It looks like somewhat coaching is being done. My issue is we'll get to the Hojlund and who came on for Hojlund. That was my main issue. And I don't know if maybe Ten Hag had a specific plan for that in terms of he wanted a certain player to play 45 minutes maybe with the second team. But Hojlund for me looked really sharp. He looked direct. He was hustling. He took on his center back. That was good to see. Sometimes he likes to play a little bit more passive. He saw a guy that is not on his level in that Arsenal center back. I think his name is Heaven. And he took him on, went down the line, scored a goal. Not the best of finishes. Goalkeeper probably could have done better, but good to see him from Hojlund. But obviously got injured, but I don't think it's anything long term. So that's calm. But like JJ mentioned, the guy that came on for him, Hannibal, bro, I'm sorry. Hannibal Mazraoui needs to go. Like, I had high hopes from coming out from the academy, but it is obvious that Hannibal has not matured his game from under 21s football to men's football. And as a midfielder, if you want to make it in professional football at the top level, which is meant to be Manchester United eventually, you need to mature your game. You need to develop your game. The guy hasn't developed his game. He had a high ceiling from United. I think he's been most profiled. The fact that Ten Hag keeps playing him as a 10, as a false 9, for me is wrong. He's an 8. So I feel bad for him in terms of that. But United have too much quality in other positions for him to make it. It's best that he finds a move as soon as possible, and not a loan move. He needs to get sold. United needs to make as much money back as they can from that 10 mil they paid for him to Monaco. The kid didn't make it. It is what it is. But yeah, Collier has his chain. Main was obviously. I think Dan Gore has even matured his game a little bit better. We have other academy midfielders that hopefully develop their game better than Hannibal does. He didn't make it. It sucks. It is what it is. But that performance on Saturday was absolutely diabolical. My only question to Ten Hag is, why did Hannibal come on? Why did Asensio not come on as a false 9 for the last 20 minutes like he did play the 45 against Arsenal last year? Why did Sancho not come on the left and play Rashford to the 9? That was my concern. But I think he wanted to give Sancho a whole 45 on the wing, maybe. That's what he did. Obviously, Sancho came on in the second half. But maybe he kind of just used Hannibal as sacrificial lamb, potentially. I don't know. But I think everything went downhill from there. Obviously, Arsenal scored, and Arsenal probably had the better chances. That's kind of where it all went wrong. But first 20 minutes with a lot of the players, when everyone that was going to play this season was playing, it looked really solid, and that's what you want to see from preseason. So a few positives. The second half was absolutely a dud. Arsenal had the much better player on the pitch, and we looked absolutely diabolical. When I have some main takeaways I have from that team is McTominay needs to go. Eriksen needs to go. Anthony needs to go as soon as possible. And Ethan Wheatley needs a loan. We need to get Ethan Wheatley a loan. Obviously, Anthony was diabolical, horrendous. Just every time he got the ball, he couldn't shoot, and he couldn't do anything else. And he couldn't get past MLS and Mazraoui Skelly, who I think is actually a fantastic prospect. But he's a midfielder playing left back, and Anthony couldn't get the best of him once. Eriksen is just a surplus to requirements. We do not need him anymore. And McTominay is nothing. I don't know what he is other than box crashing. I don't know what he offers. I just don't see the point of McTominay at this club. And I want to get him as quick as possible. And for Drew, I am watching a lot of the Olympics. Obviously, right now I am streaming and stuff like that. But after this, I will go watch the Olympics. I watched Nadal versus Djokovic this morning. Sad for the way Nadal went out. But we have other sports later. Swimming. A lot of swimming competitions today. I'm excited for that. So, yeah, man, Olympics are fire, bro. Olympics are absolutely fire. For me, it's when I go into my full sports nerd mode and I watch a lot of it, bro. I was watching ping pong. I was watching archery. That shit's fire, man. Yo, judo, bro. Olympics are fire. Anthony's going to be very hard to get rid of. No club wants him, bro. Like, you know the meme. Who wants me? No one. Yeah, that's Anthony, bro. No one wants him, man. No one wants him. We dug ourselves a big grave with Anthony. Yeah, I would replace McTominay with Rabiot, someone, because McTominay. Yeah, obviously, if we replace McTominay with Rabiot, that's a dub. I think for me, ideally, Collier is McTominay replacement, and then someone replaces Casemiro, and then we also sign like a Menu backup. That would be nice, in my opinion. I think that's the way I would go about it. But yeah, I just think, man. Yo, Grisha down in water polo, man. Y'all don't want to see us in the aquatics, bro. Y'all don't want to see us, man. Except we don't do any swimming competitions because we're used to swimming in the water. Fair enough. Yeah, Collier's a baller. Yeah, Collier's a great player, man. Not a guy, not a great. He's a good player. The foundations are being laid for him. I'm excited to see how he does. We should send Anthony to the under 23s till he's sold. Yeah, we should send him to something, to Shadow Realm or something. But yeah, that's pretty much in terms of performance. I'm not talking about Lenny Yoro's injury. I don't know how long he's going to be out for, but United needs to go get a center back ASAP. We need to address that. And now my question is to Eric Ten Hag. This will be a big test for Eric Ten Hag. You just lost someone that looks like is going to be crucial to the way that doing your new system, your ability to play a little bit more progressive, push your lineup higher, be a little bit more direct. You just lost your best channel defender. Now, will you go back to the old Ten Hag, which is play safe, play pragmatic, drop the line deeper, kind of invite more pressure onto the team? Or hopefully what United do is you go get a right center back as quickly as you can. If we not have to cough up 5 extra mil for the Delict, so be it, bro. We are not in a position to penny pinch right now when it comes to buyers. If we need quality, and we need quality as much as possible, go get the Delict. If you don't want the Delict, go Chelsea and ask for Chalobah. Let's see what they want. I think for me, Chalobah is good enough to start for United as of right now. I think as a squad player, he fits the club. I would take personally Chalobah. Lindelof is almost out the door, which means you are left with Harry Maguire as your only right center back because Johnny Evans plays left center back. You need center backs. But we probably need 2 more, but beggars can't be choosing and stuff like that. You need to go get a center back. It needs to be as quick as possible. Whether it's Delict, whether it's Chalobah, whether it's Branthwaite, I don't know. I don't care. One of those 3 for me needs to come in. They sell Chalobah. I heard 25 mil is the lowest they'll take. I would try to negotiate it. Be like, yo, we gave you 60 mil for Mount. last season. Like, bro, nice a little bit, right? Should have pursued Chalaba instead of. Now, Mazraoui's only leaving Wabasakli. So Wabasakli, that means we're left with one right back. So Mazraoui needs to come in regardless. And I would rather get. I think you can sign both Mazraoui and Chalaba. Lindelof needs to leave as quick as possible to go get the other center back, and then we go from there. Realistically, Cornwalla sale should pay for Chalaba. I don't understand why it's not. But yeah, United need to be aggressive on the center back market, and we need to abandon the left center back for a little bit. And go get the right center back because I don't know how long Yoro is going to be out for. It's not an ACL, thankfully. It looks like an ankle, but yeah. Still don't know why Mazraoui are focused. Is Kadioglu not fitting? Can't play both fullback positions. Obviously, the Kadioglu links came from a Turkish source. I don't think any credible source really backed it up. And let's be real, Mazraoui has the ex-Ajax connections. Ten Hag definitely signed off on him. He definitely probably approved of it. So it is what it is. But I'm fine with it. It's really cheap deal. Bissaka is leaving regardless. So yeah, Kamal's already gone, but he's at Villarreal. We sold him for 15 mil. Or was it like 12 mil with the 15 mil buyback, and we have a sell-on clause. So, yeah. I think Ineos will main target is Branthwaite. They will wait for the price of job. They're like, yeah, that's fine, but we don't. If Lenny Yoro was still fit, that's fine. But Lenny Yoro is no longer fit, so we don't have time for that. We can't be patient and wait for Everton to give it up because there's a chance that Everton don't give it up and stick to their price, and then we're left with what? Because Bayern are not going to have the look on the market for much longer. So. Yeah, Chalaba, another club might come in for him. I know he's waiting for a Premier League club, but so not always a guarantee. So, yeah. Big up, Griggs. What's your thoughts on the potentially Ineos will build a new stadium in the future? I've always been a historian in my life. I've always liked history. I like what history represents, and I know what Old Trafford represents to United faithful. Originally I was against tearing it down and building a new stadium. I think the traditions that it holds and stuff like that is really sad. Would be sad to see it go. I had the same feeling with San Siro, but that stadium, Old Trafford, is beyond saving at this point with how bad it is and how much the Glazers kind of left it to rot. So United do need to build a new stadium. It is sad. It would be sad, and United needs to preserve as much as Old Trafford as they can. But we do need a new stadium. I don't know how it's going to impact us financially. I don't know if it's maybe it's more financially stable to build a new stadium than it is to rebuild Old Trafford or to renovate it. I don't know about the finances. I'm not a finance expert, but I do think United do need a new stadium. And yeah, it'd be sad to see tear it down and stuff like that. Maybe they need to find a way to preserve a little bit. I think Delightful pitched more for the move. Yeah, hopefully, man. Transfer requests. Branthwaite too. Transfer requests. United needs to do something, bro. But we need a center back ASAP. And I don't really care about the preseason games with no center back, but I would like to win the Community Shield. I'm not gonna lie. It's not the biggest of games, but I think on what's it called by Fulham game, I don't want to see Maguire Leacha. I also, if maybe Leacha shouldn't even be starting that game, maybe stuff like that. So yeah, man. Greg, why are people crying over AWB? Because United fans are addicted to mid. United fans always grow attachment to every single player. Every single part of the fan base just grows attachment to some kind of mid. We've all been attached to mid before. Let's be real. Yeah, there's one player that we don't want to see go. Martial, for example. A lot of United fans always hang on to that hope. So yeah, man. It is what it is, United fans. But at the end of the day, United fans don't make the decisions. So it's really up to the club. Yeah, women's team playing OT would be fine. They could renovate they could dedicate enough money to renovate Old Trafford for the women's team and try to fix it as minimally as possible. But we'll see what they do. What's the point of hiring Ashworth? And I'm assuming you mean Bivell. When we are looking at the players that Ten Hag wants. I mean, I understand why with Mazraoui, people obviously with Ten Hag shit, all that kind of stuff. But Lenny Yoro wasn't really a Ten Hag target. Like, he has no affiliation. Xerxes, the club probably appreciated in terms of scouts and stuff like that. He's a good player. And don't forget, Ineos promised whoever the manager is, they're going to try to back him 100% and give him every single possible tool that he needs, right? Ten Hag wants these tools. He wants a Mazraoui because he believes Mazraoui fits his system perfectly. And is a much better fit than Wan-Bissaka. I'm not mad at that personally, in my opinion, because I look at Mazraoui and he's a direct upgrade over Wan-Bissaka. He's versatile. The fact that he could play both sides, in my opinion. Underlap, overlap, he's really good. When I watched Mazraoui, when I was scouting Timber for United, I watched the tapes. Mazraoui's overlap and underlapping understanding was absolutely excellent. And let's be real, Mazraoui is about 60% of the reason why Anthony was even bought at 80 mil, right? He made the club look that much better. So, yeah, man, I think I'm not mad at that signing because Mazraoui is a good player. The injury record concerns me, but he was someone I was willing to sign on a free when he was leaving Ajax. So it's not really a bad signing in my opinion. Now, if he was coming in to be a starter, I have concern, right? But as a backup, I'm not mad at it. And I don't think really people should be worried about the Ten Hag stuff. And like prior to here, De Ligt, bro, United had De Ligt on their list way before Ten Hag was even a thought at United. We've been scouting De Ligt since 2019, since 2018. He has been on our list for a very, very long time. He's well appreciated by the club. So, yes. I think those two are more coincidences, especially De Ligt than a Mazraoui, than it is like, I think for me, Anthony is the one that's really gonna. Anthony's the one that that everyone's gonna be scarred from. That Ten Hag is never gonna win over the fan base with the ex-Ajax players, because if we never signed Anthony, I don't think this would be an issue. It's the fact that Anthony exists and how bad he was. That's the issue, in my opinion. The database looks booky because we haven't been linked to any gems. That's fair. I mean, it's more scouts and stuff like that. The issue is gems cost money now, and it's going to be tough for United to get any gems now at this stage in the market. So yeah, and also Vivo, I think, is more of like the under 21 players and stuff like that, which I think we're linked with that kid from Norway, the one that we played against at Rosenborg. When he turns 18, United are probably gonna go sign him. I think he shot for us before, so yeah. Yeah, Anthony was there. Yeah, bro. That's the one that's gonna ruin him. Recruitment team must have looked at the player and thought he's good enough. Yeah, bro. At the end of the day, I think he's good enough. So we'll see what happens with Mazraoui, but I'm happy with Mazraoui coming in. I'm not opposed to it. It's not the end of the world. So we'll see what happens when it comes to that. I'm trying to see if there's any more news, but doesn't look like it. But yeah, I think Mazraoui is a perfectly fine player, and we'll see what United do with him. I'm interested to see how he plays. I'm interested to see who he plays with. He obviously had a full summer, so maybe if we can get him in as quick as possible, hopefully he'll be ready for Community Shield. I'm really interested to see how he plays with an Amad Diallo when Diallo's not playing, because I think his understanding of underlapping and overlapping and his ability to keep the width will benefit someone like an Amad. So yeah. Confused why AWB wants Inter. He in the right wing back. Can he even play center back? That's a good question. I don't know why Wan-Bissaka wants Inter. Maybe because Champions League football and that kind of stuff. But I do. He's not a right wing back, so that is actually a really fair question. Do we have the worst Brazilians in the league, Griggs? Yes, we do. We have possibly the worst South American core in the league as well. Any midfield developments? No. That's the issue right now. My issue is midfield developments. We are not linked with any. We do not have any tangible links to any midfielders right now. Ugarte links have gone dead. Fofana's getting bid by West Ham and Milan. He wants Milan. We're kind of falling out of that race. Zubamendi is not leaving Sociedad, let's be real. So what midfielder are we going to go get? We need midfielders. I need midfielders ASAP. So, yeah. Arabin Menzin, Branthwaite or De Ligt, who do you prefer? I prefer Branthwaite, but it looks like De Ligt is a more likely option right now. But I don't think this is the end of the Branthwaite to United story. Anyway, I think that will go in for him next summer regardless, because Harry Maguire will not be here after next summer anyway. So, yeah. Oh, we do. Alan Brella would be an amazing coup, but maybe Indians have something up their sleeve. I don't know. But we need midfielders now. Sancho Ugarte's probably would be De La Rob. Yeah, for PSG would be De La Robert, because they're going to get the much better player. Ugarte comes to this football club, man. Well, Hollywood finish, man. Well, Hollywood finished. Carlos Sainz really went to Williams Racing. Trying to, let me pull up Twitter on my laptop. Maybe we'll find something from Romano. I really think Ineos are going in order from defender to midfielders. I don't think they will get a midfielder until they look to Mazraoui. Yeah, that is possible. But they have shown that they can work on multiple deals at once. So I don't think that's really the issue. But yeah, I mean, I know Romano said this is meant to be a major week when it comes to transfers for United. So, facts, man. Essential with Cook and Luis Enrique's system, especially with Hakimi and Nuno Mendes supporting him. Yeah, he might would Cook. I think Henry would be good at PSG, but I just don't want Guarte, man. Smash the leg, pick up TKA. I love United, but I would generally laugh everyone Guarte gets cooked. Yeah, bro. God. I think we missed out on Onana. We did. That one hurts. Losing on Amadou Onana really hurts. That's the one that Ineos got wrong. Morton is a target next year. Yeah, obviously, I think Adam Morton is a long-term target, but that's going to be expensive, man. And we're not going to be the only ones with the queue. So United better position themselves already. That'd be nice. So yeah. PSG looking at Kimmich. Monaco signed some guy. Ericsson pretty much confirmed that he's staying. That means that he has no market. That's great. I'm curious why don't you like Ugarte? I don't think he's good on the ball. I don't think he could play on the half turn. For me, that always is a concern. As a DM, he can't be with his back to goal. He's not progressive enough. He doesn't want to move the ball. And yeah, I think defensively, I think he's good in a high press. But tracking back, I think he's weak. I think he's too aggressive in his tackles. He'll lunge and miss. So, it's not my kind of player. Is there any change of style of play in preseason compared to last season? You know what? Let's pull up a tweet from a new group I'm part of. Let's look at it. We'll go through it right now. Let me know if y'all can see the screen real quick. I haven't shared it. There we go. All right. So they Trevor Chance. Make sure you guys follow them on Twitter, and they also have a YouTube channel. I need to go get the link and put it in the chat. If anyone can mods, if any of either you can find it on YouTube and drop the link. They just posted a video today. I'm on their podcast team. CK is also on it. He's the one that invited me to join. So yeah, but big up Zohair. He does really good content for them on Twitter. Really good analyst. Does really good analysis. He mentioned Ten Hag's new and improved Manchester United system. Damn, this shit has 1.4 million views. That's crazy. Let's start with the out-of-position system. I wrote a thread not too long ago about RVN's defensive shape at PSV, and well, that is what we saw against Arsenal, but there was a huge change. Instead of it being a mid-block with a high defensive line, it was actually a high line of engagement as well as a defensive line. So, yeah, this is what RVN system look at PSV. Against United, United were playing a much higher press, man-to-man. That looks good. United set up in a 4-2-4 rather than the 4-4-2 with both wingers quite narrow, blocking the passes into the eights. The two up top, Hojlund and Mount, would cover shadow Arsenal's double pivot, making it difficult for them to receive passes. United's double pivot, Collier and Casemiro would be shielding behind the double pivot and in front of the Arsenal players in the channels. This adds a blanket of security. So, yeah, as you can tell, the press is a little higher, man-to-man. Wingers are narrow in the press. That's kind of been common. But as you can tell, like with Ahmad right here, right, he's narrow. The idea is then that the fullback, which would be Bissaka in this case, is a little bit higher and pushes up and marks that guy. So by the time that guy gets the ball, if Bissaka is pressing him, it means he has to launch it, and the odds of him making a good pass is slim to none. So, yeah. I'm not going to show that because that's clips. trying to avoid copyright as much as possible. Now let's talk about the new shape and build up. So obviously as you see here, there's a double pivot and build up. It's not just one man isolated, which is good to see. So it's a 2-4 and build up, not a 3-4 if you want to include the goalkeeper, obviously. But you see how close Collier and Casemiro are next to each other. Last year, it would only be one man in the build up, which would be whether it be a Mainu, whether it be a Casemiro, whether it was Amrabat. It'd always just be a guy that's isolated. Now you have two men in the pivot, which is Collier and Casemiro for the time being. When Mainu comes back, you'll probably see Mainu there as well. You'll see how close it is. You see how the center backs are right next to the goalkeeper. You see how the fullbacks are high up enough, close enough where if they receive the ball, the direct pass is there. So for me, that looks very steady. You talked about wingers earlier, right? The options for wingers. Rashford has options wherever he goes. Well, as you see here, the 2v2 underlap. I think we scored a goal from this as well. It's just always good to have the underlap option. That's always good to have as well. And this is the difference. This was United's. What's this? What game was this? Well, no, this is Fulham against Liverpool. But yeah, it's like that. So yeah, it looks like we're fixing the holes. Pause. But yeah, they're trying to close the gaps. Ten Hag needs to close the gaps from last year. We had way too much space available. In build up, we're closing the spaces. Always have options. The underlaps we're seeing already with Mason Mount helping the wingers out. We don't want to always isolate our wingers 2v2. 1v1 is fine, but 2v1, 3v1 sometimes Rashford had to face last year. That cannot happen anymore. We need to get as many options as possible. I think Ten Hag is getting closer to coaching the way he did in the first year, which I thought was an absolutely excellent coaching job, and not just defensively, but even attacking-wise. We looked very cohesive in attack. We always had options. We created a lot of chances in the first season. We just didn't have anyone to finish the dinner. So for me, that looks a lot better already. The press looked good. So it's just for me about finding the right personnel that complement each other. Kobe, Mainu, and Casemiro can't play with each other, for example. That's probably one another midfielder. But Mainu and Collier, they'll be confident in build-up. Lisha, when he comes back, the build-up will look better. Honestly, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. And even on Saturday, right, it didn't look always as good. But don't forget, when Licha comes back, the build-up will go higher level. When Luke Shaw is ready to play, the build-up goes higher. So we have the players when they come back, when Dallo comes back. So we play with, let's say, on Saturday, 3/4 of our build-up was not there. We had the backups. Lenny Yoro was the only one, right? So that way it wasn't there. So that's good to know. In the midfield, we didn't have Mainu, who's the cheat code. We didn't also have Bruno. So we didn't have Xerxes, who will also be crucial in the build-up and his ability to drop deep. So players still need to come in, and we need to see how they adapt and stuff like that. But for me, it's good. It's a good change already. I'm seeing stuff that I was happy about in preseason last year that he abandoned when the season started. Hopefully this season we don't see that. A big reason why was Mainu got injured last year during preseason and he had to abandon a lot of stuff. This year it's Lenny Yoro, right? Unfortunately, injuries. He cannot make the same mistake he last year. Do not abandon your principles. Do not go back into safety mode. Keep playing the system. Guys will come back into the team. I am worried a little bit about right center back and who will play, but just do it for now. Once the players come back, I think United still have a good shot. I do like the new coaching. It looks decent. Just keep improving it. I think United is still going to surprise a lot of people. Like, I understand a lot of United fans are mad about Saturday and how bad we looked at times, but like I said, don't forget, we didn't have a lot of the players. The issue is the drop-off in quality from our first teamers to the second teamers is still very, very, very big. That's an issue, and that will need to continuously get addressed by Ineos, but that will only get addressed by bringing in more quality. So, for example, right back, Dallo to Mazraoui is not a crazy drop-off. That's good. We need another center back because the drop-off between Lenny Yoro and whoever his backup is not drastic. And eventually, hopefully, left center back next season, right? Left back, from going from Luke Shaw to now Mazraoui or Dallo instead of Malash is obviously not fit and stuff like that. Midfield, Collier will be there. It's that kind of stuff. So for me, I look at it from that perspective. Hojlund and Xerxes, good. Right wing, Amad Garnacho, nice. Left wing, right now it's gonna be probably Rashford and Sancho. Not terrible. I still would like a winger, but it's not gonna happen. But it is what it is. So yeah. Do you think Mazraoui from Bissaka is a good move? I understand why people are a little bit upset about it because we are losing an element of defending in 1v1 that we had in the Ultimate X Factor Bissaka. But at the end of the day, Mazraoui's positives that he brings outweigh Bissaka's positives that Bissaka brings because his ability on the ball. He's not the most athletic, I'll give you that, but he's got dog in him. He's Moroccan. They have the heart of a lion. And he showed it, I think, in that Champions League game against United. He was decent against Garnacho. He showed his strength at times. So, yeah, he's just going to have to be a fighter in there. And I think United raised the technical floor, like JJ just mentioned. Mazraoui absolutely raised the technical floor. I think his understanding of the game on the attacking basis, for me, is really, really strong. So, yeah. We only have one center back who can play from the back. Actually, we have two. We have Leach and we have Johnny Evans. I think Johnny Evans looked really good on the side. I'm not gonna lie, Johnny Evans' passing is absolutely amazing, man. What a player. I wish we got him a little bit younger, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But yeah, man, I just think United needs to improve on that aspect, but it's not the strongest of the teams. We do need a lot more depth. Like I said, we just need to get a couple more players in, like ASAP, man. We really do. And we'll see where we go from there. I did find the channel. There we go. Drop it in the chat right here. Make sure y'all subscribe to Trevor from 10. I just dropped the link in the channel. I gotta add it to the description a little bit later as well. Make sure you sub to them. Y'all know me and CK. We're on there. We have a couple of other boys from Twitter. And we discussed it, man. We discussed the game. It's gonna be a little bit more analytical than the shit I do on here. So if you guys like analytics, if you like tactical talk and that kind of stuff, a little bit more individual analysis, make sure y'all go sub to them, show them the love that they deserve. On Twitter, I'm sure you guys have seen them if you're on Twitter. They're actually going global on Twitter. So now it's about making the switch to visual and stuff like that. Nah, JJ, still no updates on your own, man. I agree with that. Longer to take. I am worried that it's going to be long term. It was meant to be a 24-hour scan. We didn't get it. So Griggs, when will you admit De Ligt is better than Maguire? I mean, after what I talked about Maguire on Saturday, I probably am starting to lean a little bit more to that side. But honestly, I think they're both mid. I think Child was better than both of them. I'm gonna be real. But it is what it is about what we say. Like I said, bro, if we sign the Ligt, we sign the Ligt. I'm happy. It is what it is. He's better than Lindelof. The main issue is not Maguire. The main issue is Victor Lindelof is still employed at this football club. Once we get rid of him, we get better center back. Then the next issue becomes Maguire, and then we go from there. So that's the main concern. Getting rid of Lindelof, and then we go move on to Maguire. Vice versa, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, man. I really got one sub. Nice, guys. No, he's not. No. There is nothing on this planet Earth that Lindelof can do better at Maguire in terms of football other than run quicker. I promise you, he's not better on the ball. He's not a better defender. He's not better aerially. He's not better on the ground. There's absolutely nothing. And Maguire can play in the high line better than Lindelof. Lindelof is absolutely woeful at the sport of football. I promise, man. So, yeah, we need to get rid of him. But I heard that he's leaving soon, according to, I think it was Malaysians. Shit like that. So, yeah. Only reason De Ligt is underwhelming is because he was supposed to be generational center back, but he has failed to be that. He saw. I do think that De Ligt is probably a better pure defender than Maguire. I do think Maguire is better on the ball, but De Ligt has a little bit more athleticism in him. Maguire's actually won his game, bro. Absolutely. Lindelof's not a better position than Maguire. I promise this, and he does not read the game better. Ask Lindelof to read a game, bro, and you're gonna get a Dr. Seuss book. It's clip. Well, they really have Simon given a what's it called? A Lenny Yoro injury. Nah, bro. That's cool. Well, we're gonna actually go to October, man. This is what happened with Menu. This would probably be our best pure center back. Like we'll give. Yeah, I mean, I think Gabriel's better at defending the wide channels and stuff like that. But I hear it. No. Maguire's definitely not our worst signing ever. That title belongs to Anthony Dos Santos Jr. Lindelof hit DM. When did Lindelof hit DM last year? I must have erased that from my mind. Anything Lindelof related, I tried to erase from my mind because it's absolutely it's a traumatic experience. But yeah, I'm trying to think we have anything else to talk about. In terms of other clubs, Chelsea got whooped. But I've said that Maresca for me is not the craziest of choices. Remember what I told people, bro? They always boo me. I always told people McKenna is a far superior manager to Maresca based on what they did in the championship, pound for pound, what club they had and stuff like that. I saw Maresca. The moment I could really clock Maresca was shit was this when I already given up on him. And the reason why is I saw Reece James play DM. The moment that you took one of the best attacking fullbacks in the world when he's fit in Reece James and you put him at DM because of woke football, because of JDP principles, I already know you're a shit coach. Because no top coach takes their best one of their best chance creators from out wide in terms of Reece James at fullback and put him inverted because of principles. From that moment, I know you're not a good manager. I really do. I don't trust you like that. I don't rate managers like that. The best managers make sure they put their players in the most optimal conditions for them to succeed. And the fact that you're taking Malo Gusto and Reece James, who are great assist threats from out wide as fullbacks because they're great crossers of the ball, I know you're not rated. I can't rate you. You're not like that. So that's calm. Did you watch Manu video with that, man? Actually, I didn't. Actually, no, I watched a little bit. Yeah, I did. He's dribbling like crazy. Bro, Manu is a street footballer. Let's be real. Manu is a street footballer. That's why I don't like grass when it comes to Manu. Manu is like the same way I talked about Richie Rios, right? The vibes to the game, the feel of the game is when on the pitch and the ball's at their feet. That's what Manu. That's why I don't look at stats when it comes to Manu. You have to watch. What's that quote that was like with Busquets, bro? You need to watch Busquets to watch the game and stuff like that. You don't watch the game for Busquets. It's similar to Manu. That's what you gotta do with him. So, bro, Cole Palmer and Chelsea's coming to United. I promise you that he is the automatically number one on the list. United States are not ready to host the World Cup. The good news is that the pitches will be fixed for the World Cup. Every single stadium will have real grass. They'll take away the artificial turf, rip it up part by part, and add and add real grass for all the games. So it will be fixed. But they're waiting till then. The issue is that they're waiting till then. They should have done it years ago. But that's another case for another day. And just trust me, it's not just football players. NFL players also hate the shit that they play on. NFL owners are cheap. American owners are cheap. But that's another discussion for another day. Arteta and Pep have won Prem, man. Everyone's trying to be woke now. Unai and Ange only man. Bro! Reece James as an inverted midfielder. He hasn't played an inverted midfielder since Wigan. That was in 2018. That was 6 years ago. Hojlund with the first. That's good, man. Well, I don't want to see Hojlund injured and stuff like that. But the fact that Xerxes there kind of like appeased me a little bit. There's no Lenny Yoro backup, man. Liverpool fans say he has a gift for a televised goal. It's dumb, man. Why do you want Palmer at Grace? He's another wing fielder. Yeah, but he's a great wing fielder. And he also has X factor. A lot of wing fielders don't have X factor. Cole Palmer has X factor. He could take the game by the scruff of the neck and take over. Same, I'm as a wing fielder, and he's one of my favorite players at United, bro. There's certain wing fielders that can do both. The issue is United have a couple wing fielders that are not good on the wing or centrally. That's the issue. Palmer is good on the wing and when he drifts inside. It's the same with Ahmad. That's my issue, but absolutely, I would take Cole Palmer in a heartbeat. Palmer Ahmad interchanges. Oh boy. We are one Martinez and shot injury away from the bro. Oh my god. Yeah, if we lose Leach, it's clip, bro. End the season, bro. When was she's in the squad? Hopefully soon. That would be nice. He's in Vegas, so he's on the West Coast. So yeah. Sancho and Anthony, they've ruined a lot of stuff. Why does everyone invert word to Paul's goals? Yeah, bro. Bro. I just don't understand how you can take Reece James, who's one of the most dynamic wing fullbacks that we have seen in the past 5 years. I know he's got a lot of injury concerns and stuff like that, but he even did it with Malo Gusto, right? How do you take players like that and invert them? It's the same shit with Trent that pisses me off. I don't understand why Trent inverts, and he's better probably at inverting than both of them. But bro, you have game changers at fullbacks, and you put them in midfield. Leave the midfield to the midfielders. And let the fullbacks be fullbacks, bro. Gusto and Reece inverted. They killed. They kill Postulas, bro? It's ridiculous, man. Like, you can invert Dalot because Dalot is not that good in the final third. Reece James is Chelsea's second best final third player after Cole Palmer. You could even make the case when he's fit that he's even better than Cole Palmer in terms of the reputation that he has. Reece James is a legit goal threat. His ball striking is of a forwards. Midfield. For me, that's ridiculous, bro. On God, that's a sackable offense. So, bro, for me, that's absolutely ridiculous, man. Just invert Cucurella, bro. You invert Cucurella. That's who you invert. Gusto and Reece inverted, bro. Hopefully he's 6. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm off. Chelsea are gonna be ass. I think they're gonna be cheeks. I'm gonna be real. Where's I going? I was gonna look at something. Oh, my tweet. Let me pull it out on my laptop. Okay, I can't search tweets on my laptop, bro. Maybe somebody. Yeah, I got like 10K likes on the tweet. Like, bro. Players will always be more important than systems. Players win matches. Pep has pulled it out. OD, man. No, bro. I think there's ways to play JDP and like Pep, for example. Pep would not take Reece James and invert him. He wouldn't. He'd have him have freedom. Pep can use him. Yeah, but I think JDP works at his best when you also utilize your players at the best of their potential. I just don't think you need to, man. Yeah, the guy used Ugo Chukwu as an 8 and 10. He did the same thing at Leicester. Go look at Leicester tape and go look at where Ndidi played for Leicester. He used Ndidi as an 8 and 10. Ndidi can't kick ball. And that's my issue with JDP managers, especially the ones that come from the championship. Usually those managers have the best squads and they never adapt. Maresca has not changed his philosophy from the day he was at Parma to now, then Leicester, and now Chelsea. He is asking players to do the same roles that the Leicester players did. Bro, he's going to ask Enzo Fernandez to play like Harry Winks. He's going to ask Mudryk to play like Mavididi. Mudryk can't lace Mavididi's boots. He can't play like him. You put your players in the optimal conditions, and then they succeed. And that's why Ten Hag did such a good job in the first season, and that's why he clicked, and that's why it all clicked. Rashford was playing as an inside forward. He was playing as close to the box that he's ever played before. Put up 30 goals. Bruno gave him license to freedom, but also didn't force him to play constant chaos football. He slowed the game down for Bruno. Bruno had his best season. Played Leacher next to an aerial dominant center back in Varane. Looked really good. Luke Shaw was just on the left-hand side and not asked to bomb up and down the pitch. He played predominantly in the first phase. He did really good. It's about how you use your players in the optimal conditions. Yeah, bro, most of them get cooked, man. That's why I would say Kieran McKenna has some JDB principles, right, in terms of build up and stuff like that. But he is also very versatile. He's flexible. He'll change players. He'll change systems according to opposition. I asked Maresca. I dare Maresca to play the way that he did against City. They're gonna lose 5-6-0. They're gonna get whooped. Maresca will have to learn. Bro, he's gonna have to learn the hard way, bro. That's the only way to learn. Ten Hag did it too, and Ten Hag went to the opposite side of negativity. So we'll see. Let's see 1 second. All right. But yeah, man, I have an issue with Maresca. I have a big issue with Maresca. OD, man. OD. But any other club, I don't really care about Arsenal. But to be fair, I saw a couple of debates yesterday on Alakwa. And Wanyeri for me is a top talent for Arsenal. If there's any Arsenal fans in here, I don't know, TK, if you're still in here. You got a good one in him. I think he's going to be a top player one day. I think his pathway to the first team should already kind of start getting planned out. I think he should see some minutes this season. Probably, I'd say play 10 to 15 Prem games. Start Carabao Cup games. Start maybe early FA Cup games. I think he's a top talent. United fans might kill you for this, but I do think Nwaneri, in terms of talent, he hasn't proven it yet, obviously, right? He has ways to go until he hits this level. But in terms of type of talent that he is, Nwaneri is a main level talent. Nwaneri is the best 17-year-old in England. And when you're the best of your age group, you are allowed to be compared into that level of talent. I don't know if he's going to adapt to first-team football the way Manu did. I don't know. But his intelligence is there. His physical levels are there. He's physically built already. I think he'll be fine. So we'll see. But I think Nwaneri is a top talent. I think MLS is another one. Miles Lewis-Skelly. Unfortunately, he has gone. Arteta has obviously gone on the woke route, and he's playing a top midfield talent and left back because he's a criminal. But that's nonetheless. Big the boy CK, like the video on K. CK, tell them where to subscribe at other than this channel. Sheffer Trends. I already plugged it. Where did I put it? I need to recopy it again. It's just all the way up there, bro. OD, bro. How do I recopy something? Like I said, Sheffer Trends. Make sure y'all subscribe to them. So, God damn, never mind. So yeah, I think Nwaneri is that level of talent. We'll see how he does, but I'm saying that's funny. But yeah, I think Arsenal have a couple of good talents there. I haven't watched City preseason games. I don't really care about City preseason games. I saw Villa got whooped by Columbus Crew, so I can hold that. And Nwaneri is the best place to develop. Yeah, bro, he's in the perfect situation, bro. Good club, good coach, good players around him. He can learn off Odegaard. Perfect situation for him, man. So, yeah, and then JJ, you asked for top 6 finishes. City first, Arsenal second. I'll say Liverpool third right now. I'll say I thought United would make at least one more signing by now, and Lenny Yoro might be out for 2 months. I'll go Spurs 4th, United 5th, Villa 6th. After watching a couple, I know it's just preseason, but you can learn a lot from preseason. Chelsea are going to be ass. If I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be really worried right now. I heard Villa are signing Joao Felix. And from the moment I heard Villa are signing Joao Felix, I don't want to be there. So we will not be there. We will not be there. No. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We did an hour. Not much else to talk about. We haven't got any more news from United, so that's unfortunately. Yeah, not much else to talk about. I can see there's any more news. Fulham completed the ESR deal. Good for them. I feel like sucks, man. I'm sorry. I really don't. I'll never rage off Felix. Ever, 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 ever. Oh, trying to see tweets. No. Seeing people tweet about Harry Maguire. That's pretty much it. No. God, no. Bro, there's nothing on this planet of Earth that will make me ever sign Joao Felix. No. On God, I'd rather have Shea Lacey debut. But yeah, no. But yeah, that's pretty much it. An hour. I don't know if we get any subs in this video, but I don't know how many likes we're on. But I hope you guys liked. I hope you enjoyed. We'll probably be back tomorrow. Hopefully, more news. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope for anyone that's watching the Olympics, hope you enjoyed another day of the Olympics. A lot of competitions on. Swimming will be there no matter what. Track and field, we will be there as well. So yeah, play left back. Anthony needs to watch some Marcelo tapes or some shit like that. Might even have to watch Sahith Chong left back tapes against Last Glins from 2019. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. I'm not gonna be on A-listers tonight. I have work later today, so if you guys obviously watch that if you watch that show later tonight, I will not be on there. So in case you were wondering, I will be at work, so I will not be there tonight. But in the comments, my usuals, make sure you defend me. Make sure you cook Sam. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's Missy Chin. That's okay, I'm myself. Just watch on the playback, bro. I did praise your guy though, in Wanyeri, in case you missed it. So yeah, I show love to the Arsenal fans for today. So it's a one-time thing. Don't expect that every day. But I rate. When I see talent, I throw away club bias, and talent is talent. I'm not going to disrespect talent because I don't like their club. So that's the way I always view it. So that it did. Talent trumps the hate or the agendas, as I like to say. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'll catch y'all later. Peace. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you tomorrow.